Hello and welcome to round one. Looks like we're going to be on the draw. I actually like being on the draw, I just don't like choosing to be on the draw. Like, I feel like I have to pick to be on the play because there's aggro decks and they exist. But it feels so good to have that extra card. Even if you die with it in your hand. I mean, you got an extra card. So what do we think of this as an opener? Well, we think we're going to need that extra card, I guess is what we think, because meh. Not pleased. We'll send that one back. This one we keep. Setting up Tormenting Voice to Senseless. Like, if we rip a bunch of lands and go Pyrehound, Tormenting Voice, Senseless Rage onto it, that's great. And if not, we can just discard something. I think I'm actually okay with this. Because if I have to build my own 3-4 and see if they can do something about it, that's at least a strategy. And again, the Tormenting Voice just gives you a lot of freedom. Because if it turns out I don't want the wolf, I can just throw it away. Disposable wolves up in here. I guess there's an argument to try to make sure I hit the 4th land for this, so that we can play the Pyrehound. Right, no werewolf. Well, that makes me a lot less likely to go in for shenanigans with Senseless Rage, because blue is so likely to have a blue-green is so likely to have a bounce spell. If I can get in one good attack with it, I might consider it. Kind of wanted to hit a land there, since we haven't. Like, Tormenting Voice is my only Madness enabler, but missing a land drop this turn is just going to kill us. So I think I need to ditch either the Pyrehound or the Storm Rider Spirit. And I've only got one Pyrehound in the deck. I've got multiple Storm Rider Spirits. I'm going to get rid of Mr. Storm Rider Spirit here and instantly regret all of the decisions I've ever made. Yep, you are very silently observing just terrible things happening to me. I'd like to play a spell this turn, but none of the ones I have do anything. We can get some action going with that Scholar here in a little bit. So it's not game over, man, but it's certainly not looking good. Land? No, more duelists. That's good. I mean, I guess I may as well discard the Senseless Rage and put it on the wolf. It doesn't do anything else. Okay. Do I just want to bounce that since I can do it for free and buy myself a little turn? I think so. Like, I was going to have to discard a card anyway. That seems reasonable. The funny part is if we spin land into land, we can probably get back out of this. Like, we've got a nice clean answer to that in the form of sleep paralysis. We just need to hit a land first. And I think we're actually likely to do so at this point. Post-combat land for funds. You're going to wish you still had that. Well, you would if we had drawn the land. But we did not. I think that was probably a good play from them. But no, it wasn't. I don't think it was at all. Because if they can get me to the point where I'm chumping, which I'm at now, maybe they're thinking the game just won't go that long. God, stop having things. Alright, so if I loot something and get a land and cast it, I'm still dead. So I've said this many times on stream, it's worth saying here. I think I actually heard this from Andrew Cuneo in an episode of Limited Resources. Many games of Magic are decided based on who draws the right number of lands. We did not draw the right number of lands in that one, and that's okay. It's not anything to get mad about. It's not a big deal. I don't think I actually have a sideboard plan to go deep against that. Except for the Manic Scribe, and I think I may actually want it. It can be difficult to beat that particular deck if they get ongoing investigation going, and this kind of attacks them from a different angle where they're drawing lots of cards and they're doing all these things, and then all of a sudden you kill their stuff. The only actual answer we have for their Hydra is sleep paralysis or counter it. So we're going to have to be very careful about that card in particular. But I think I'm going to swap out the Scribe for one of the Wolves, which may seem a little silly, and I still think we can enable Delirium with Tormenting Voice, Lightning Axe, Scholar, discarding lands, and then we've just got to hit one of the sorceries to do that, which Tormenting Voice conveniently does. So let's give this a shot. I am going to go on the play here, just because we could be assertive and get them. This hand, unfortunately, is not going to do that. This one has great potential. Again, because of the Scholar. Going to bottom this one. I kind of just want to hit that third land with the Scholar in hand. Fiery Temper could be good too. Yeah, if they're going to potentially be milling themselves out, we can get a lot of value. Like they could get pretty low, and then we slam the Manic Scribe, and we do stuff and things. It's going to be great. Oh, look at the combo we have coming. Alright, let's get reckless. And let's see what you got going on. Wow, that looks a little suspicious there, buddy. Somebody overvalues confirmed suspicions. So we know they have a Briarbridge Patrol in hand, which I honestly think is just a worse version of the 3-drop 3/2 that dies into a clue. I guess it combos with Rabbit Bite, but meh. What's up, Bob? So if they block, we would just pump and kill them. So why would they even do that? I mean, I guess there's a chance they block and want to trade this off and we can get value out of our rage. But I think we're just going to kill this guy now, because that's kind of what this is for. But here, you can take your one. Like, Fiery Tempering it before we get the Power Hound down is so bad. So bad. I'm still going to do it, but... Now, there's a chance he wants to trade those off. So if I attack and he blocks, and I pump, he's eating my turn. A better line might be to either just A, play the Pyrehound, it's going to get better later, or just flash this dude into turn and start killing him with it. I don't think he wants to make that trade, but I can't risk it. We're far enough behind. Plus, if his answer to my Storm Rider Spirit is his own Storm Rider Spirit, and we get the Senseless Rage shenanigans going on, that's just so good. Alright, that means I can swing with both of them now. Up. This is going to be so good. I guess I'll just discard the Senseless Rage. Oh, it's a Madness card. How about that? We'll hold one land for discarding Delirium, Enableization, etc. If he bounces this guy, he's just getting our Delirium going for us. Those are some big wolves that you have there. It'd be a shame if anything were to happen to them. At this point, I'm going to hold off on the loot because I want to see what he does first. Okay. Like now we can pretty easily bounce it and not have to worry about it coming back down. And God forbid he wait till end of turn. I don't really want to give him a free card off of that, so let's see what we're going to draw first. Godstaff Arsonist seems fine. I'm good with that. I like it even. And we can get one land down here just so he has to think we have something. The Hydra's about the only thing we're worried about. And I think we can still force our way past it with flipping this. Alright, so that worked out alright. I still like the sideboard plan of Home Slice. I like it even better on the draw. Is there anything else I might want? I could see a point where Magmatic Chasm would be okay, but like they're just going to sit there and gain life. Yeah, we could also potentially mill them out with the Fevered Visions. It looks like they're pretty interested in digging through their own deck, which is not bad. I think that means we just run this back. Reckless Scholar's a house. Love that card. If only his long-lost brother Mad Propay could get in on the game. I'm going to keep this on the back of the Scholar. It needs an island, and it kind of just auto-loses if it whiffs. But you could see how this guy can take over a game. And I think I'm going to keep it on the back of that. We're also on the draw. Like, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. 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 Allow me to ask you a question. Well now, if we gotta go fish for something else, we can. Then again, we could just hit like a genius and have everything we need right here. Oh, you do damage. Okay. So we're concerned about aim high here. I think given that that's the case, I'm okay attacking with the Embry Wolf because I can still pump it far enough to get past that, right? It would be 5 and he can deal 5. Yeah. Yeah. So if it's not that, he can just take his 3. I think there's a strong possibility he's going to bounce. Oh, sure. Okay. And I think I'm going to Tormenting Voice away a land because we want Delirium enabled anyway. And I can always loot end of turn to make sure that we hit a land drop for the Arsonists, which I think is likely to be our next play. Well, there's the Scribe, and I've got it turned on if I just... Actually, anything turns it on, really. If I'm going to use that Lightning Axe, which I think I am. So we could discard the Fevered Visions. I'm probably not going to cast that. My opponent's got more stuff than I do. Yeah, let's get rid of the Fevered Visions. If we draw a land, I'll keep going on the creature plan. We didn't draw land. So basically I've got to decide whether we just turbo go for it or not. I don't even have to cast the Lightning Axe. I just need a creature in the graveyard now. So let's go ahead and loot. I mean, Pyrehound is kind of what I want to be doing. But I think I'm just on the Scribe plan now. If this doesn't kill them, it helps them, but it puts them on a relatively quick clock that I don't think they're going to have a great way to interact with. Yes, that has Delirium. Yes, it's a problem. No, it's not attacking us for a while. And we can still Lightning Axe it. Blue-green doesn't have a lot of ways to just kill something that don't revolve around fighting, so I want to stall and hold this as long as I can, with the idea that if they're going to have to use Rabid Bite to kill our guy, that's fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and loot. Sanguinary Mage is not doing it for me right now. Pyrehound, however, is now nice and at home because we can block one of them, Lightning Axe the other, and be in business. Okay, we'll fix that with our own Storm Rider Spirit. I think he's got what? This is 4 turn plus he draws 1. So I think he's got like 3 turns to deal with it. We're going to have to deal with that. But if he takes the land, he's taking more cards out of his library. So I think what we want to do here is actually just block this guy and then Lightning Axe the flyer. Could just block these two and be kind of okay with that. Lightning Axe the flyer. I'm fine with that. If I'm going to do that, we should draw first. Never know what I might hit. I don't need these dudes. Or do I just not need Senseless Rage? Like, it feels weird to discard it. But that's not what I need here. We need to get to the tap spell. I could save the lightning axe to try to gang block the Hydra, but I feel like I can gang block it with this dude. Just on nothing. I think that was a premature scoop. Premature scoopulation. That was going to get us a lot of time, though. So how many actual turns did we have? Because we mill him for 4 a turn, and he draws a card, so that's 3 turns he has to kill us. Yeah, I don't think he's dealing 17 points of damage in that amount of time, because eventually we can block with this guy, we can block with this and these. So, alright, the sideboard mill plan worked out. Groovy. Alright, we'll see you for round 2 in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in.